Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
I was sat with my friends in my flat when I saw the notification pop up on my phone. Taylor Swift Vienna concerts cancelled due to terror threats. It was the gut-wrenching feeling of fear that came first. Again, was the only thought that came to mind. On May 22, 2017, my life changed overnight. I was seriously injured in the Manchester Arena terrorist attack. 22 families lost their loved ones, including my best friend, Nell Jones. I suffered 29 separate injuries, including a broken arm, 2 broken legs, severe burns, facial and internal injuries. There wasn't any part of my body that hadn't suffered the effects of shrapnel. My injuries were like those you would see from a battlefield in a war zone. I was admitted to Royal Manchester Children's Hospital where I remained for over 5 weeks. I had an estimated total of 19 surgeries that came to an end in 2019. Nell and I had attended that concert as 2 14-year-old young girls. We both bonded over our love of Ariana and general pop music culture. We had spent the previous weeks planning everything down to the last detail: what hairstyle we were going to wear, what makeup products to use, what outfits we were piecing together. We even had the concert set list saved to our phones. Admittedly, we put more effort into memorizing song orders and lyrics than our schoolwork for these few weeks. The anticipation for the concert felt almost more exciting than the actual show itself. This is still a feeling that I know all too well now, over 7 years later. It's a feeling that I know was felt by all the young Taylor fans who were waiting to go and see their favorite artist live before the gigs were cancelled following the discovery of planned terror attacks. Swift was set to play 3 nights in Vienna, starting tonight, before officials foiled a terror plot to kill a large crowd of people at her concert using explosives and knives. Austrian authorities arrested a 19-year-old on Wednesday, who they say had previously pledged allegiance to IS. My heart breaks to know that a terror attack at a music venue was so close to potentially destroying lives once again. I am so grateful that this plot was discovered and that 195,000 people predicted to have attended Taylor's concert have been saved from such horrendous violence and trauma. To view this video, please enable JavaScript, and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5 video. I cannot fathom how devastated all the Taylor fans in Vienna must be feeling at the last-minute cancellation. However, one thing I can relate to is the feeling of uncertainty for future concert goers. I can imagine that there's a huge amount of people, young girls in particular, that will be concerned about their safety. Trust me, I wholeheartedly understand. My recovery from the attack hasn't been smooth both mentally/physically to say the least, but there was one thing that I always knew: my love for concerts would remain the same. I had been a regular concert attender since I saw Miley Cyrus in 2009 when I was 7 years old. I can still close my eyes and feel the bass of the music pulsing through my veins and the euphoric feeling of hearing vocals that I'd blasted out of my CD player for years. My family and I are gig-obsessed. Whenever one of us takes a new interest in an artist, we're quickly searching online for their next concert date in the UK. Immediately after the attack, my sister, Georgia, asked me if she could attend the One Love Manchester concert, an inspirational benefit show organized by Miss Grande herself to raise money for those affected by the attack. At the time, I was heavily medicated in hospital and couldn't comprehend the idea of her wanting to go to a concert, when the last one resulted so horrifically. I felt scared and confused, thinking, won't the same thing happen again? But a mere couple of weeks later, once I'd recovered more, my mindset changed. My family and I had always said we couldn't look back at what had happened with any form of hatred or anger. Only 7 months on, in November, we saw my favorite artist, Harry Styles, live in Manchester. Don't get me wrong, on the journey there I felt a mixture of overwhelmed and scared, but as soon as Harry stepped out on stage, those feelings disappeared. I was on cloud 9 as I screamed, probably a little too loudly, NSA.